Guess what? Now it's being reported that they already killed Khomeini. Not even 24 hours and he's already unalived. No mass American casualties as we know of yet. I'm not saying I support this, but that was fast as fuck. And the thing is, Trump gave them weeks and weeks to make a deal and negotiate, but they didn't take it, and this is the result of dealing with a strong president. Trump said if they start making their nuclear program again, he said, I'll see you in a couple years and we're going to do the same exact thing. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think it's going to end in a couple days? Do you think this is going to be dragged on? What do you think is going to be the end goal? Also, guys, let me know what you think in the comments. Hit that follow button. We'll see you in the next one.
The death toll in the Israeli attack on the Iranian elementary school has officially gone up. The number of casualties from the Shajara Tayyibeh girls' elementary school in Iran has gone up to 108 little girls killed. You know, Iranian parents had just dropped their kids off for class that morning when the US began dropping bombs.
Hello guys, how are you all doing? So in today's video, let's talk about Israel, America and Iraq. So Israel and America strike Iraq yesterday. It wasn't easy, guys. The whole internet is going crazy. A lot of people are asking, could this be the beginning of Third World War? Is Third World War beginning to take place in front of us or what? Imagine yesterday that strike led to the death of Iraq leader. Iraq people says they're not gonna just leave it like that or let this slide. They are gonna attack back, and when they attack, they're gonna attack harder than anyone ever expected. Their leader is no more. Mind you, in the beginning of this year, Donald Trump warned their leader not to attack Protestants, peaceful Protestants, and their leader says Donald Trump should focus on his own country and leave Iraq to solve their own issue. And today, this leader is dead. Could this be the beginning of World War III or what? Guys, I want you to take a look and watch this video. Coming from Americans and Iraq, we see a lot of Iraq people celebrating, being happy that their leader has been eliminated. So guys, please, if you're new on my channel and you haven't subscribed, don't forget to subscribe, like, and drop your comment. Please take a look and watch this video.
On Iran, their children had just entered the school. Imagine dropping your children off somewhere that you thought that they could be safe, only for them to be minutes later buried under rubble and dying. The little girls at this school were between the ages of 7 and 12. 7 and 12 years old. These were literal children. There were 170 children in that building when they were attacked. 170, and now 108 of them are confirmed dead. That is 64% of them. 64% of the girls in that school are dead. The rest are buried under rubble. This is the largest mass casualty of the US-Israel attacks on Iran, and they are children. And at this point, God knows how many more bodies they're going to pull out from under the rubble.
Okay guys, this is breaking news, but it looks like Israeli officials are alleging that the leader of Iran, the Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, is no longer alive. Israel, with the aid of the United States, waged war on Iran this morning. They've already done several strikes, with Iran doing several in retaliation against American and Israeli assets. The Americans and the Israelis have bombed an Iranian school that has taken the lives of about 50 plus people. And it looks like their main goal is to make it so Khamenei is no longer the leader in Iran, mainly because he has nuclear aspirations and he won't comply with Israeli agenda, basically. They did several strikes on government buildings that are attached to Iranian leadership. Several top officials are confirmed to have passed away, but now the Israelis have just been waiting for official word that Khamenei is gone too. And that's what it looks like. I mean, he hasn't released a statement or a video to his people. Israeli intelligence is probably really good. They knew where he was in the first place. But even if Khamenei is gone, that doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to get a regime change. It doesn't necessarily mean that the Iranian government has fallen completely, because he probably has second, third, fourth hand mans that can navigate and stuff like that. And the Iranians are going to fight for survival, right? Because if the Americans and the Israelis get their way, then pretty much all of them are going to be in the ground or in jail somewhere. The Iranian people have mixed feelings about this. They hate their government, right? So they're probably happy that it's getting toppled over, but the Americans and the Israelis being in charge is probably the worst case scenario for them, honestly. Again, this is breaking news. This is just an allegation at this point. I'll make more videos to update.
So finally, the Iranians have announced the passing of their supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. Ayatollah Khamenei was apparently killed during the early strike on his residence, a strike that also took the lives of his daughter, her husband, and their child. Now, this makes you wonder why he was still out in the open at the time of the strike that took his life, and why the Iranians never learned, knowing who they are up against. How many times are they going to be surprised in this manner to learn, to take better precautions when these things are happening? I don't know. But anyway, the Iranian government has declared 40 days of mourning and a 7-day work holiday in honor of the late Ayatollah. So the Israelis and the Americans were right after all. But you kind of suspected that due to his silence from the moment his home was bombed and they started saying he was killed. So, I mean, that kind of showed that something was wrong somewhere. Anyway, the question now is why the Iranians waited so long to, release the news of his death. And I think that's because they wanted to prove that they could function without him being there, that his absence won't be the end of their government like the Israelis and the Americans were hoping. So they waited 18 hours to prove that they can function very well without him, that the Iranian system is more than just the Ayatollah. I think they did prove that. And right now, the process of electing a new Ayatollah is already ongoing as stipulated by the Iranian constitution, and they will have a new one as soon as that process is concluded. So this is the news that is just breaking. Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, has been martyred, as they say. Thanks for watching, and please like, share, and follow.
Hi, good afternoon. How are you? I just wanted to let you know that we are all absolutely fucked. Because without congressional approval, not only did Donald Trump just go to war with Iran, which has sparked repercussions across the entire Middle East, but he assassinated the leader of that country. Now, Iran's government is absolutely horrible. They have committed tons of atrocities over the years that are too numerous to mention. But going in and assassinating their leader in the middle of the night is not what Donald Trump had in mind. I guarantee he wanted regime change and he wanted somebody more friendly, but he did not plan on assassinating their leader in the middle of the night. This is going to not only lead to Iran coming at us with absolutely everything they have, this now has governments around the world talking about cutting us off. And at the very bare fucking minimum, he needs to be impeached right fucking now. Presidents have always taken liberties in the past of attacking installations or places that might be dangerous to our national security. That's not what this was. This isn't even comparable to the already illegal move of kidnapping a leader of another country to charge him with crimes. This is the Iranian government confirming that their leader was assassinated by our government in the middle of the night. Again, the Iranian government now has absolutely nothing to lose. And those threats that they made to Donald Trump's life months ago are now going to be jacked up on fucking steroids.
So right now, I see a lot of Iraq videos, people celebrating, and mind you, yesterday it was very hot outside of the war. All the eastern countries around, eastern countries like Bahrain, Kuwait, Iraq had to bomb some of their US base in this country. US base in this country were all bombed yesterday. They were even asking people to stay at home because, guys, with the videos flying online, it wasn't easy. It has begun to cause panic in the lives of people who live around this country. So, guys, what do you have to say? People are panicking because Iraq seems as if they are not letting this slide. They are not letting this go down because their leader is gone. They confirmed this yesterday that their leader is no more. So a lot of people are actually shivering. A lot of people are actually scared, especially countries who has US base. We don't know US military base. We don't know, guys. We don't know, because myself, I'm also scared. But whatever may be the case, we pray for peace, because there is no benefit in war. To be honest, war only leads to the death of people. People die and they don't come back. Thank you so much for watching this video. See you guys.